Hi there, this is Dr. Eve Ruiz, owner of Eve Spirit Speaks, and I am here today with this lovely video of the beach. Like I said before in another episode, I am trying different things, and because I am faced with a different lighting situation today, I thought it would help to have a bright background, just to amp up the light a little bit. All right, I am here to do a reading for you. This is a reading for October 8th through 14th. And because I have been addressing holidays to begin with, we have some serious holidays. We've got Columbus Day coming up on October 12th for those of us in the US, and for my many colleagues and friends over in Canada, we have a Thanksgiving Day on the very same date. So I want to wish our Canadian neighbors a happy early Thanksgiving. And I also wish to address two more, on a lighter note, humorous holidays. Did you know that October 12th is also National Kick Butt Day? Being that this is a program to help you manifest, and because many of my clients are entrepreneurs or professionals, I thought this would be a relevant day for you guys who are listening and all others to know about. So we can set a goal to really kick butt on the 12th in celebration of this important social media day. The last holiday I want to address is something about yams. While I'm not remembering exactly what it's called, I think it's actually I Love Yam Day. Now, why do I want to talk about that day? Because I am creating my menu right now for October for the Halloween treats. And one of my traditional offerings for customers and loved ones alike are my pumpkin oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. And sometimes I don't use pumpkin, I use sweet potato. So I would love to hear from you in the comment section below this video. Which do you vote for? Me to feature pumpkin, oatmeal, blah, blah, blah cookies, or sweet potato ones? I have some friends from India who love when I make the sweet potato, and then I will put some spices that are reminiscent of East Indian desserts. For the pumpkin, it's all about cinnamon and some other things that really are compatible with that fleshy fruit. I think it's a squash. I'm sorry about that. Speaking about being more discerning, just really quickly, I want to read a little excerpt on yam versus sweet potato, because I've said that this is a yam holiday on the 12th, and I am talking about pumpkin versus sweet potato. Why have I used the word sweet potato instead of yam? Well, in this bonappetit.com article that I have found, they mention a tidbit about the history of our calling a yam a yam. It says here that most of the so-called yams, now this is what one author has written, most of the so-called yams you see in American grocery stores are actually orange-fleshed sweet potatoes, explains Mary Frances Heck, author of a cookbook and a former Bon Appetit staffer. The reason for the name mix-up, she explains, and this is where we're really getting to the meat, is because Louisiana sweet potato growers, feisty entrepreneurs that they have been, marketed their orange-fleshed sweet potatoes as yams to distinguish from other states' produce in the 1930s. And it stuck. Now, I know that I had read somewhere there are at least 3,000 different kinds of sweet potatoes, and I had never completely understood exactly the difference. I know that yams tend to be the ones that have a skin that's a little rougher, without going into more detail because this is not a cooking video. I just wanted to mention this interesting trivia of the history of a yam. So, yam or sweet potato versus pumpkin, please give me your vote in the comment section below. And when I am ready with my menu for Halloween and possibly for Thanksgiving, we'll see, I am going to post a link for that in the comment section below this video. Okay? All right. Now, in the time that we have left, I want to mention that I have listened to viewers' input, and I have a microphone that I am using. Please feel free to comment if the audio is better on this video than on prior ones, and let me know of any other ways that you would like me to just ramp it up, make this better. Okay? I am going back to using my trusty favorites. These are angel tarot cards, and in the interest of time, I have asked Spirit to select a subset of the cards for me to get the messaging from, so that this will happen faster. So I am not looking at what is underneath, and I am pulling my 3 cards, which are going to be useful for you to reference during this next week. Now, I do read tarot cards. However, I am psychically reading them. So, despite whatever's here, I'm going to be divining some specific messages because Spirit knows who's watching this and wants to be able to help you out. So, I have, first of all, well, that was lovely, the High Priestess card. Whoa, I love how it gets invisible. And when I get it really close, it stays invisible. Okay, so I'll tell you what the card says, even if it's difficult for you to read, okay? I'll tell you the face value of the card, and then we'll go into the message. This card has a number 2. It is called the High Priestess card, and we have a beautiful archangel listed on it, Archangel Haniel. Archangel Haniel is about beauty and listening to your intuition. Now, anyone knows that, anyone who's in business knows that it takes a little, I don't know what, je ne sais quoi, for a salesperson to be outperforming others in her company, for a CEO or a top surgeon to really be able to apply their craft in a way that excels beyond the others. What is that little I don't know that is often being employed here, particularly for the very successful entrepreneur? It is using your intuition. It's listening to that gut hunch so that despite whatever is on paper, despite whatever everyone else is agreeing to, there's something lingering that doesn't quite add up, and you are deciding to follow your gut. For the person who's brave enough to do that without the logical advice, that's where there is fine reward. That gets me to the bottom message on this card. Visible or invisible. Listen to your intuition, have patience, and consider carefully what you want before acting. This is a perfect card for starting off this week. And I know I don't start on a Sunday or a Monday. I like to mix it up. I don't do things the way everyone else might. I guess I'm listening to my intuition. All right. So this card is not only giving you permission for any of you who are afraid to not do the logical thing, but do what really feels right. If it were up to you, well, guess what? It is up to you. You have the power. You are in charge of all decisions you make, of every action you take. So when your intuition is rearing up a little signal to you, take the time to sit back and be all ears. You can decide for yourself after you get the input what you're going to do with it, how you will apply it, and how much or how far you will go into that direction. It's just important to do it. Follow your intuition. You'll stand out from the crowd in more ways than one. All right. Next card, which I can't even read from here. This is the Wheel card. It is number 10. We have Archangel Michael featured here. Now, the Wheel card is about delays ending and things beginning to pick up again. And we might notice that in what's happening with businesses having more people in retail walking in and making purchases and braving coming out into public more during this time. We've got Archangel Michael depicted in this card. Archangel Michael, the chieftain in the battalion among our archangels, is here to help us get down to the truth of a matter, and is also here to help us overcome our obstacles. All of our little battles that we fight in life often have an element of our own inner state of mind causing us to hold back from going for the gusto and winning. I'm not talking about a win-lose situation either. I'm talking about you're winning for yourself. Others can make their choices and they can win too when they listen to their own intuition and act on the truth as they find it for themselves. This card reads, a time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward and fortune is on your side. This is a serious card about being able, after many delays, does that sound familiar right now? To finally begin to get your motor running, get your wheel rolling. Start moving into actions that you've been holding off on. After using your intuition to think creatively and do things in a new way that is better for the needs in these times, roll into your own progress. Take some calculated risks and know that you can summon spirit. You can summon higher power by any name. I talk to God and the angels a lot. I almost put, instead of Eve Spirit Speaks, I almost put Eve Angel Speaks, because I spend much time, I have in my life spent much time in prayer and have felt sensations come over me. I have felt thoughts or sensed thoughts come to me, inspirations after spending time in prayer. Now, with New Age lingo, I can say I meditate. I know that a difference is that I know that with meditation, it isn't just about asking for things or sharing things. It's also about receiving. Well, you know what? I guess I was a little ahead of the curve in my own way. I was already receiving when I was praying. So what this is talking about is going for it. Recruit higher power to help you out. And listen to any inspiration you get once you've communicated with divine. Our third card is the Sun card. Wow, week to week, we get such a difference in our spreads. This is one of the most powerful cards in the deck. Now, I am looking at Archangel Uriel. This number that is above the Sun is 19. The 1 stands for new beginnings. A 9 is about completing a cycle. It's really about nearing the completion, right? So we've got both the representation of having been in a newer cycle and also finishing a phase. COVID and anything else that may come to your mind, okay? I'm sorry, I wish I could promise that the COVID era were ending tomorrow. I know that it's not. However, we are finishing a phase within it as businesses are coming more to opening, and we are learning more as entrepreneurs and professionals how to prosper within our current circumstances, and taking more steps to succeed and manifest that which we need and which we desire for ourselves and our community. Because as we offer our services, we're helping you, or you are helping us. This is how the world makes progress. We are all here on a mission for our own soul growth, and at the same time, we're here to help each other on all of our respective journeys. This card reads, happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. And that is actually the message that I am feeling the strongest from them. All of these cards, yes, all of the cards are applying for this week. All of these messages on this card is also applying for this week. And in particular, Spirit wishes for you to embrace that last message, have confidence in yourself. Okay? This is very helpful because when you are thinking doubtfully about something, the thing that you want to happen, you may contribute to sabotaging by bringing to you more of the lower vibe energies. On the flip side, you help the universe help you by putting out there mentally, emotionally, and otherwise the best possible outcome and your desire to achieve it. Then, when you pray, meditate to higher source for this to happen, and to happen with divine time, with divine's help, that's when you've got the big guns behind you. We are a spark of that fire from higher spirit. I shouldn't even just say higher spirit, I mean higher power. And when we have a collective of all these spirits, as we do in higher dimensions, and then we have source backing us up above all that, watch out, world. So I am going to leave you with that sentiment. Watch out, world. Here we come with confidence, with listening to our intuition, with patience and careful consideration before we act, with the wheel beginning to move forward and are taking our calculated risks, and knowing that this is a time of positive change and that fortune is on our side, and knowing that there are brilliant new ideas that are just waiting to burst through the surface to be acted upon toward our success. I leave you with all of these blessings in the messages from Divine for this week. Have a very happy Thanksgiving, Columbus Day, and for everybody, a National Kick Butt Day. And please remember to vote for yam, sweet potato, or pumpkin. And you'll see the results of the votes that are texted in to 949-424-4494, which are put in the comments. And I'm sure I'm going to hear from those of my contemporaries who can actually speak with me in person. And we'll see the results probably within the week. Thank you so much. Be sure to stay healthy, be blessed, and most of all, be you. Dr. Eve Rose of Eve Spirit Speaks. Namaste.